Hello everybody and welcome to the Janie Eats Sims YouTube channel. This is my very first video going up and I wanted to do the every room is a different color challenge. Now I know some people are doing this challenge where every room is a single solid color, every single thing top to bottom. There's also a couple different ways you can randomize your colors, like using a random color generator. What I decided to do for mine was to go ahead and pre-decide what rooms were going to be what colors based on kind of the objects that were available that I wanted to use, and I really wanted the house to have kind of a cool flow to it when you looked at it top down. I wanted to use the Roy G. Biv colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So for this challenge I decided to do 7 rooms to fit the 7 colors of the rainbow, and I wanted the outside to be black and white, and so it's kind of a nice black and white, dark, very, very neutral house. And then once you actually look inside, it's like you've opened a box of Skittles or something like that. But I'm just kind of doing a traditional looking house. I really went back and forth a lot on should I do this challenge in a more cartoonish way, a more silly way, or do I want to make it look like, hey, this could actually be a real house. So I tried to kind of make it look semi-realistic, maybe something that some strange person would really want in their home. But I wanted to do it sort of in a tasteful way. So I haven't actually watched anyone else's challenge video yet. This is a really popular challenge going around, and like I said, there's different ways you could do it. So this is just my take. It's just for fun, just to get the creative juices flowing. You can see me struggling with the with the direction I want to go as far as do I want traditional or modern, and I started off pretty traditional inside, but it evolves, you'll see. I wanted the parents' room to be red, and I did go ahead and create a little family that goes with this house. It's a mom and a dad, and then we've got a teenage daughter and like an elementary aged son. And so I created them, and each one of them is all dressed in a different color. Like the mom wears all red, the dad is orange, the teenage daughter is yellow, and the son is green. And so they match their rooms. So you'll see them pop up in the screenshots too. I didn't really feature them as much as I'd originally hoped to, but I have them available if anyone wants them. I can put them on the gallery, but you'll see them in the screenshots, like I said. And you'll notice them out front too. And one thing you'll see out front is that attic stack holiday decoration box, because every time I load up the game, there are decorations on the outsides of my houses. I don't know what the deal is, but before I start a build, I always have to get that out and remove the holiday decorations. So you probably already saw me do that, but anyway, on to the issue at hand, which is this red room I'm working on here. I really was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as direction here, and I kind of settled on a kind of contemporary look, kind of a mix of traditional and modern, honestly. But I tried to make everything kind of look nice. And like I said, like somebody would actually want to maybe possibly live in this room. It's a lot of red. I decided to give myself some interesting parameters. So I decided that I wanted to use one color as the main color for each room. And most objects I picked, I decided I would like them to be as close to the solid color as I could get, if that makes sense. Now, like the red bed in the parents' room has black accent on it, and so I decided that each room would be allowed to have an accent color, but I would like to try to stick to just the one accent color. So here I've got orange for the master bathroom, which kind of coordinates with the dad, which is funny, he gets the bathroom. But you can see that like I'm okay putting in silver as well. Like obviously there's not a solid orange bathtub, so if there's an accent color like silver, then I try to stay consistent with that one accent color in each room. So in the parents' room, the accent is black. In the bathroom, it's silver. I think in the daughter's room, I use white as the accent in there. And there's maybe like a couple little things that are decorative that have an extra color in them, but I tried not to do that as much as I could. So for the orange bathroom, I really struggled with curtains here. Look at that. These orange curtains, oh my goodness. Curtains are, I struggle. I struggle with the curtains. I don't have all the expansion packs, but the ones I do have, I'm just not impressed with the curtains in. So yes, I also learned a lot doing this video about how I would like to go forward in the future with speed builds. I love watching speed builds and thought that I would really enjoy making them. I discovered that the way you play the game, the way you build when you're not going to be recording it is completely different than when you are going to record it. I had to do a lot of editing on this video because I moved the camera, the game camera, so much. I think it would make somebody dizzy to like that. There's just a lot of that I cut out. Oh my word, see, it's dizzying. So in the future, in my future videos, I have figured out a way where I'm going to be paying better attention to how much I'm flipping that game camera around to not make people dizzy. This is my first upload, my first speed build ever, so I'm really excited about it. But I did definitely learn a lot, and hopefully this one, even though I think it's perfectly fine, I think this will be the worst one I ever do. I think from here on out, I learned so much editing this video and getting the speed build ready that I think the next one will be even better based on that. So I hope you'll stick around and watch more of those with me. So for the teenage daughter's room, I really wanted to use yellow for her. I thought it was nice and sunny. And I kind of struggled with layout here. You can see I wanted the bed to be in that little nook right there. And I'm just playing with pulling out some different furniture to see what would work best. And I end up moving the bed back to the other place. I'm not sure if it shows up here, but I end up moving the bed back to that little nook and really just trying to do something custom, I guess. Kind of have a custom look going on. So I thought it would be cool to have like a nice teenage girl room, something fun and bright and colorful, but not too grown up, but not too little kiddish either. I really love that little yellow poof or ottoman or whatever it is. That's so cute. I've been putting one of those in almost all of my builds lately because it's such a handy little thing, and I think definitely something that someone would actually have in their house. So you can see I'm trying to craft a little custom bed, and it looks really silly right now. Don't judge me too harshly. I do change it. I do change it. You'll see in the screenshots that I rotate it around. You may actually get a peek of it over the wall as I do the green room next. But I do shift that around and put that back in the little cubby hole area to make a little bed nook. I thought that would be kind of fun to have. So yeah, I just am pulling out some things, not wanting it to look too childish, but wanting it to look kind of cool and like something a teenage girl would actually like. I really wanted this build to have sort of a flow to it where when you look down at it from above, each color touches the next one. So I wanted for the parents' bedroom, their bathroom was orange, which touches this room, which is yellow, which touches the green room, so that even though things aren't exactly laid out like a rainbow, it kind of has a color wheel effect when you look at it. So I tried to challenge myself in some different ways on this one since I wasn't sticking to I didn't insist that the floors be yellow and like the windows and stuff like that, the doorways. So since I gave myself a lot of liberties with design, like how to design the rooms, I decided that I probably should try and give myself some other parameters to make this more challenging. So picking just one accent color per room was added to the challenge, and then making each color touch the next one like it would on the color wheel added to the challenge as well. So it was still hard. Well, I say hard. How hard is it? It was really fun, actually. I really love that mirror with the lights on the side. It's so cute. I think it would be really great to have in a real room. And you can see that I wasn't exactly sticking to my one accent shade rule. I've got that poster that has a little bit of blue on it in there, but it just fit so perfectly. I thought it looked really good, so I allowed myself to have it. So I'm moving on to the brother's room here, and you can see already that yellow bed has moved back to the wall, back to the wall nook where I had it, and I was really much happier with that. So I actually do end up changing the wall color in her room as well. There it goes to flow better. I wanted things to be consistent across the house with the floors and the wall kind of types. I wanted them to have that nice white molding on top. I think that looks good to have that be consistent throughout the house. So the little boy's room was fun. There was a lot of green stuff I could choose from to kind of make this kid who really loves green happy. But I had a lot of fun cluttering up both the kids' rooms and making them look more authentic, like somebody lives there. I really liked using these little paper craft cutout things that look like leaves as curtains for his room. Maybe he has a little sports poster and he's into like taking stuff apart, so he's got his little robot there. So here I'm just pulling out every single green toy I could find and seeing if there was a place for it in the room. So I'm not sure if I used all of it. We'll see here, but I used quite a bit of it. I recently learned to clutter, and I'm really happy with that. I I like the clutter stuff, man. I really do. I love to scoot stuff around and make it look really lived in and cozy. That just makes me so happy. And I love that I learned how to do it. If you're not familiar with that red shelf that I'm using, it's called the OSP shelf, and you can just throw that into Google, OSP shelf for Sims 4. And it enables you to kind of scoot things around better and helps you get clutter exactly on the level you want it. Helps you raise and lower objects more precisely. So if you're interested in that, there are plenty of tutorials out there about it, but it's really, really handy if you want to be able to have a little more flexibility with where you put things like clutter. This blue bathroom was really fun. I mean, who has a bathroom that's floor to ceiling tile? Nobody has a floor to ceiling tile bathroom, the whole thing, like one shade. That's like a mental asylum or something. But for some reason in The Sims it works. So I found pretty much every blue bathroom item I could, and I love how colorful the laundry baskets are. I think every room has a nice colorful laundry basket, but just cramming that bathroom full of blue stuff. Actually, I was really pleased with this little bathroom. I think it's so cute, and it fits the build pretty well. So I figured that would be like the kids' bathroom and the guest bathroom. Looks extremely dated with that blue color, but I really like it. I saw somebody put a robe on top of the door like that, like it was hanging off the door frame once, and ever since then I do it in just about every build. I can't remember who it was. It may have been Simlissy. I have certainly been inspired by her videos, and lots of others as well. But I love watching other people's builds because you get little tips and things that maybe you hadn't thought of doing yet, and they just make such a big difference in your game. So here I really, really wanted to use the purple counters. When would you ever use purple counters other than in a color challenge? Well, I wouldn't anyway, but they're so fun, and it's such a great purple shade of purple, especially for this challenge because I wanted my colors to be really bold feeling. And I just really wanted to use that. It took me a long time to figure out the layout here for doing a kitchen, dining room, and the living room, dividing up that space, and I could have changed the floor plan a little bit, but I really didn't want to go back and redo the roofs. I struggled so much with the roofs. There's no way that I'm not changing anything. We'll work with the floor plan we have. But I think it worked out really well in the end, and I really enjoyed doing this purple kitchen. It was so fun. I thought initially maybe I would do a blue kitchen and a purple living room, but I mean, trying some different purple walls here. I like how many options we have. You can pretty much get every shade. that you want. I went back and forth a little bit, but oh, and I accidentally forgot to record the cluttering of the kitchen. I'm so sorry, but you will see all the clutter in the screenshots. I didn't actually clutter and decorate this house as much as I typically do. I really wanted it to feel kind of more simplified, and I didn't want it to be too busy just because, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to look at. And don't worry, I do lose that painting over the fireplace there. It just kind of sticks out. It's not quite the aesthetic, right? So I thought the one with the sort of, it's not canyons. What are those? Buttes? Is that a butte? I don't know what a butte is. Mesas? No, it's not a mesa. It's something along those lines. Some sort of Arizona-ish landscape over there in all blue. Or are those mountains? Well, now I can't even tell what it is. Anyway, the colors match, so we put it there. I thought this blue living room came together pretty well. I wouldn't want a blue living room. But if you did, if you really wanted a monochromatic blue living room and you were a sim, this would be the one, man. This would be the place to go. I got a little desperate for items to decorate with. Like I said, I don't have a ton of expansion packs. Well, I think I have all but 3 or 4 of the expansion packs. I have a couple game packs, and I think I only have 1 or 2 stuff packs. And that's enough, you know, that's enough. I've got plenty to be able to do what I want to do, although I'm still very much wanting to collect everything and have access to all the fun stuff. But one thing at a time, you know, one thing at a time. So I popped some lamps around the place. I've got some plants and books, and I've got that cute little candle holder. I even got their little Alexa slash Google Home slash whatever in the world that thing is called in blue. And then here I'm going back and kind of sprucing up the outside a little bit. I made a few changes on it and finished it out. I really wanted to just kind of landscape normally. I mean, there's no black plants. And if there was a black plant, I don't think I would have used it anyway. That's a lot. So marking out the flower beds here, and I wanted to use all white flowers. So the outside would be just as kind of attractive as the inside, but still follow a definite theme of that black and white. So I decided to go neutral with the green and throw in all that white. So anything that had white on it, I kind of put it in their shrubbery. I thought those white hostas were pretty cool, but for some reason it looked like cabbage to me, all lined up like that. So I went back and used a little fern instead, and I was pretty happy with that. I like to go through and kind of shuffle things up a little bit, you know, randomly turn them and twist them like that to make them look a little more natural and less like they're copies of the same thing, which they are. And I wanted a little backyard area, and I used the black table for the kids there, black little swing set, and some little things for them to sit outside. So that is all for the speed build, and we are now moving on to the screenshots. So I hope you enjoy these, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and I can't wait to do more of these in the future. Thanks, guys.